Hello and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming, welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources. So at Republic Mode Monday, today we have everything about waste and recycling. Disclaimer, I'm recording this on Friday before Monday as I'm not gonna be here, and also next mode Monday is not gonna happen. I'm gonna do it when I'm back. Oolykee's traveling, so sorry about that. We have around 40 mods released in last 7 days, actually last 5 days. A lot of waste and trash stuff, so go and check it all out. There are beautiful mods out there. Okay, small incinerator, Rob 074. Small incinerator based on a real building in Lublin, Poland, employs 5 workers, burns 10 tons of waste per day when fully staffed. Also includes a version providing heating, works only on version 0898 or newer. And there's the description in Polish, of course, classic Robs. I'm just gonna double check here if we have a skins for this bad boy. Unfortunately, no. View garbage containers in range. Unfortunately, we cannot see that because we don't have a build city. But as you can see here, one of them is both of them are working on mixed waste. They're burning mixed waste, and the processing efficiency you can see here, biological, yada yada yada. We're not gonna compare this. 100% burnable wood. Plastic is 80% burnable. Anyway, so you have this production, you have the amount of workers, one of them on the left hand side with a heating line zone, that's a heating, and the one on the right hand side is the electricity production. Okay, so how does this compare to the vanilla ones? So the waste, the heat producing one is 45 gigajoules of heat for 12 tons of mixed waste. Unfortunately, we don't have vanilla over here, so I am not really sure. I'm gonna have to go and do a little bit of digging over here. So incinerator heating plant, you can find it both in heating plants, at least Robs' one, and you can also find them here. So incinerator heating plant, you can see here the percentages are more or less the same, 70-80%. Yeah, I think they're all the same. Production of heat is 4 times more than the Robs' one. Sorry, 3 times more, exactly 3 times more. Has 3 times more people. Price-wise is half the price Robs' one. So extremely realistic, and pollution is, I would say, also 38. It's less than 3 times. It's more than 3 times less. It's less than 3 times less. So it's quite realistic in all aspects. A really beautiful mod. For more details, you have a link in the description of the video. Polish garbage container stands. 3 Polish garbage container stands based on real objects in Lublin, Poland. They can store up to 0.72 tons of waste. Works only in version yada yada yada. So there's a description in Polish as well. Now this is something that you can find even in Ireland. I know we can find this in the Balkans as well. I will say capacity 0.72 tons. I think each one of these small containers can hold like a half a ton to a ton of waste. I'm not sure if, I'm pretty sure it's quite realistic. Maybe it could be more. I am really not sure, but this could be just the type of containers that are being used, and this is how many containers are in there. So 0.72 tons could be the standard containers, the metal ones that are being extracted. Anyway, how does this compare to the vanilla containers? So we can find them all the way here in the beginning. So the vanilla one 0.72 looks like all of them, and we have these bigger ones. Large ones 2.2 tons, 0.72, and then 2.2 tons. Vanilla ones are 300 rubles, 200 rubles, and the Robs' one are 300 and 200, more or less the same price, so quite realistic. More for more details, link. Oh, whoa, it has skins as well. They have a couple of different skins, so just a heads up, all of them do. So skins are different modes though, so you have to find them yourself. Link in the description of the video. Anamatis and Warsaw Metro entrance, Oolykee's favorite metro that he used. Warsaw Metro entrance includes a small advert, 10 meters. Okay, small glass and large glass. Okay, so this is metro entrances. You can see here how they look. You have several different versions. I don't know which one is on which station, so just a heads up of that. Let's see, F3. This is how they go underground and connect to your metro stations. Really beautiful model. Let's compare it to vanilla. So the only thing you can compare it is the underground entrances here. Pedestrian metro entrance 9,000 rubles, pedestrian metro entrance 15,000 rubles. These one are from 200 to a little bit more, 400 will be the most expensive one. They are though a lot smaller than overground. They are just like a hole in the ground and a little bit of a cover overhead. So you take it as you will. For more details, you have a link in the description of the video. Mud SWAT key and the Jelcz 315 K407 cabin Jelcz 315. Alright, I started reading the Polish version. I'm not gonna butcher the language this time, at least. I'm doing that enough at home. Was the basic vehicle of the 300 series, the direct successor of Żubr A80. Many of the elements were adapted from that vehicle. Production started at the end of 1968. Important note, if you have data that could properly improve the technical data of the vehicle, write in the comments. Due to lack of data, I set the dates between 1971 and the beginning of Jelcz 315M production. If you find any bugs or problems, write in the comments. Anyway, you need to read that on for yourself. Now, bear in mind that there are way more vehicle skins and versions than I'm going to demonstrate here. I'm going to show you just 8 of these. We have a couple of oil tankers, as you can see here. This is the wastewater. We have mixed waste trucks. We have refrigeration trucks. So this is just 8 of them. If we go all the way to the end, where Oolykee was buying all the vehicles, now I'm going to have to just really quickly scroll through this, because even though 3 Division improved the mod overview of the mods and buildings, not the vehicles. So, this is the vehicles. Jelcz, you can see here 5,500, 5,000, 8,000. For if I'm adding some vehicles that don't belong here, sorry about that, but there's a lot of that were released. We have a snow plows here. We have the waste one that you saw already. This is a water delivery truck. You have here the open hulls with the sides. We have smaller open hulls, 8-ton ones. We have the Jelcz Mielec MS5, that's the meat delivery, and then you have the tanker trucks with a trailer or without a trailer. These are really beautiful. I remember having these as a kid and playing with them, or similar models. But anyway, how do they compare to vanilla ones? We're gonna go and compare, let's say, oil tankers, 9 tons and 21 tons. So we can go for the oil tanks. You can see here that we have vanilla, and unfortunately it doesn't show us all the here we go. All the vehicles here. So vanilla, total capacity 9 tons. Do we have any vanilla? Here we go. We have the T815, which is 12,000 rubles. This is half the price, but it's a little bit older vehicle. Less powerful, 200, yeah, half the power. And then we have here 16 tons. Again, it's a little bit more expensive than the Żubr. We are talking about Jelcz, but they're similar in price, so there's not a big difference. And then we have the smaller ones, so they are a little bit cheaper than equivalents. The smaller one has 9 tons. Equivalents would be quite similar in price, I have to say, the vanilla ones at least. We have 6,500 and 700, this is 5,200, so a little bit cheaper than average vehicles, but hey ho, they're made in Poland, they're beautiful, and you're gonna see them in my Let's Plays. Link in the description of the video. Okay, now we're gonna go for something different. I'm not gonna demonstrate this in game. I'm gonna show you this separately. That's enhanced clean UI reskin by Daffy Flyer and Lex713. Now this is desperately needed in the game. I believe the vanilla game has a lot of problems with the user interface. It's not even getting better, it's getting worse. So this implementation of something like this definitely should be on your list of priorities, or 3 Division's list of priorities, because user interface that we have in game is absolutely appalling. The one that we have here looks absolutely gorgeous. This is something that I'm going to be using. Now you have to bear in mind that there are dangers if using something like this, because it changes base game files. There's a special way how you can actually install them, so you need to be aware of this. This gives you way better user interface. Like I said, I'm going to be using it myself. So this is you can can see the pictures, how how materials look, how alcohol looks, how all the basic materials, how the storage looks, all the different buildings. Everything has been reworked and much more tasteful than the vanilla game. So just a heads up on that. Look at this beautiful colorful setups of the buildings, what they do, iconography, way more visible, way better color schemes. Everything is better. Look at this. It's actually looks nice. I mean, it looks a little bit cartoonish, but it looks clean compared to the other ones. Also, you can see the capacities of some of the systems, and also you can see here the unemployed workers. They have the helmet. Sorry, they're just black silhouettes. We have college-educated people. Everything has been reworked. This is, like I said, something. Installation is specific. I'm gonna have to say that. Subscribe to this mod and wait for it to download. Right-click on the games. You have the installation here. I already did that with oil pipelines, I believe, previously. So or heating pipelines. So I know how this needs to be done, and I know that it works. But bear in mind that you need to save your game files before you install this. It's not really just simple click and install. Like I said, absolutely beautiful, but you need to bear in mind that there are risks to installing this. If there's something in the game changes, the game can be broken, but definitely is gonna, like, just look at it. Just look at it. It's beautiful. Anyway, link in the description of the video. You cannot compare this to anything. We can. It's not a cheat. It's just better. Wow. Okay, link in the description of the video. For all you junkyard dogs, we have Mr. Novu and Landfill. Get rid of the trash the old-fashioned way by leaving it in a giant pit on the edge of town located under factory. So you can find it under factory. So this is just a waste, just a big landfill. It probably doesn't cost that much money. Also, because it's just a dedicated piece of land and a little junkyard dog guarding the whole junkyard, probably. Really beautiful and ingenious idea for this. Do we have? Is this the winter? No, it's just where the wind blows, so we know where the smell from the waste is gonna go. Right. Anyway, let's compare the prices. So, as mentioned by Mr. Novu, it can be found in the mod section if you go under factories. For me, it's here on the left-hand side, and these are the newest ones we have. This is the Landfill. It's 10,000 rubles. I don't think we have any mods similar to this. We have incinerator from Rob's. So I can't really compare the price. 10,000 rubles for a piece of land and an old shack could be a little bit more expensive than it needs to be, but that just means that it's a quite realistic mod. For more details, we have a link in the description in the video. Electric arc furnace for scrap by Mr. Pichu, or Pichu, sorry about mispronouncing your name if that's correct. Hello, this is my first mod. It's a steel mill made by toppers, but I made it modified to steel recycling plant like in real life. Statistics: production 165 tons of steel, consumption 315 tons of scrap, a lot of energy. Credits: model was made by Toprus. A lot of thanks to Rob074 for helping me with the scripting. So I'm gonna assume that this was all fine with Toprus and all, because he made the original mod, but just in case, I'm gonna disclaimer that I remember straight away when I saw the screenshot that this is the Toprus's arc furnace, because that's one of my favorite mods in the game. Also, I'm just gonna demonstrate that one as well. So we have a steel mill here, top process, which looks like it's more or less the same as the scrapyard here, but this is electric furnace. So you have your scrap metals, and then you have electric arc furnace. That's like you have a big anode cathode, I believe, and then the electric arc creates enormous temperatures, and power goes through that, and then it starts to melt the scrap that you have there. This one is producing quite decent amount of steel. I would actually like to compare it to the... It does consume 165, so statistics are very similar to vanilla. I'm just wondering if this... Well, it's quite similar. It's actually the same. Same statistics as vanilla, so I'm just wondering if this is changed at all. But you know, this is really beautiful thing. I wish we had more of these, and guys, if you can create different models of electric furnaces, I remember seeing them in real life. There's a lot of them in China that I saw videos of, and they work perfectly fine. I think those in China, some of them were actually dismantled from Germany and transported to China to recycle metals there. But anyway, really beautiful thing. price-wise, I believe we won't have a lot of problems with that. Just let me real quickly find it. Here we go. 2 million rubles compared to steel recycling plant. It has 8 times more productivity, but it's way more than 8 times expensive. It's almost 10 times, it's almost 100 times. It would be like 60-70 times more expensive. So quite not cheaty mod. For more details, link in the description of the video. Amur for ICK and Cervena Dolina. Dobrodošli u Cervenu Dolinu, druže, greetings, comrades. Cervena Dolina is a small region between socialist and capitalist blocks. This area has a varied landscape, from fertile plains and islands to river valleys and high mountains. The bay itself is surrounded by peninsula, and inside in there there's like, okay, there's a lot of stuff happening here. I actually thought more of a crater, because this kind of we're gonna see the map straight away now. Oh right, really beautiful. This is Vielnovec Castle. I actually don't even know with Dobrodošli u Cervenu Dolinu, Cervenu Dolinu, druže, because it could be, is it Balkans? Cervena would be in the Balkans. Come on. I'm worried. I'm not sure if in which language that was supposed to be the name, so just a heads up, it's obviously Slavic. Right, let's go and check out the map itself. So if we go to a map, I thought it was a crater because I think South Africa has similar huge crater that even has several cities in there. You know, these craters bring with them some goodies from millions of years ago, but also they put a dent in the mantle, and so it's kind of like natural mine straight away, so it would be a little bit more richer in materials. So let's see what we have. We have decent amount of coal in almost every part of the country. We also have infrastructure in place, just by the way. Iron is also decent. Oil is mostly centrally located, but I don't think we're gonna have problems extracting most of that. Uranium ore is plentiful. And we have decent bauxite resources, so resource-wise it's not gonna be too difficult. Since you already have some nice fast bridges. Now railroad infrastructure is partially destroyed, by the way, so just a heads up on that. But the fields are absolutely beautiful. The whole feel about the map is really nice. I'm gonna be doing some testing on this map, and I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it, and if you want to support the channel, have the description of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye bye.